You know, we feel like we know the story of King Arthur inside and out, but we actually don't know it at all. The real story of King Arthur from the old legends is just too big and spread out and really too weird to make for a good movie or even a TV show. It just doesn't chop up neatly into simple stories with clear endings like they have to tear down the wall or blow up a Death Star or whatever. This is why things like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones make up stories that are like King Arthur, but that they can mold and shape in their own way and give more traditional endings like we're used to. But what they lose is the scope and the majesty and real grandeur of this incredibly huge saga that spans several generations and is just truly epic in the real sense of the word. So very soon in exploring the real old sources of the Arthurian legend, I realized we actually don't know a lot of what's in there because everything we've seen of King Arthur is just so watered down. Like we don't know that Merlin is the son of the devil, or that Lancelot was raised in a matriarchal society, or that there's this whole gay knight who's been erased from the story. And I started to think, wow, you know, the real legend itself is so incredibly powerful and people actually don't know it. Because the original legends are written in Middle English from the years 1215 to 1485, it was just a completely different style of writing back then, and it didn't have any character development or psychology or much connecting material. So you have these incredibly monumental things happening to people, but they just don't process them in a way that would make sense to us or give the weight to these events that we would understand and would make sense to readers of today. So then the challenge that I set for myself as a writer with this series is that I'm not allowed to change anything from the old legend. I can only add or enhance characters and scenes, but anything I do add has to slot seamlessly into the old legend without changing it. The other thing is that, like I said, because this saga is just too big for even a trilogy of books, I planned out 25 novels to tell the story in the full scope and grandeur that it deserves. And the exciting thing about this series is that because the story is complete to the end right now, there's no making it up as we go along. So the things that happen in book 2 are there for a reason and will pay off in book 18 or 20 or 25. So when you read my novels in the Swithen series, you can know that you're discovering the real legend of King Arthur and Lancelot and Guinevere and Merlin and Camelot and the Knights of the Round Table and the Holy Grail. And you're finding out a story that, you know, it's so good it's lasted for over 1,000 years.